Okie dokie. La 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 la. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Good to go. Hi, Carrie Potter. How how are you? How is everyone? Alrighty. Let's get started. So this is day 385, and we'll just be grinding. Your brother saw me? Like in person? Hi, so what's today's decision for time management? How's it going, Sebastian? Today's decision for time management is to not. I will be trying to focus more on quality. I've been going over a lot of my openings, and I just want to be reasonable. But my time management won't be to just flag my opponent. However, if I'm, you know, if I'm in an opening where I know the theory, I should be just like busting out those moves really quickly. He asked me if you were Johnny Sins. Isn't Johnny Sins a porn star? No, definitely not. All right. Let's see one sec here. All right. I am like I should warm up, so I'm gonna start actually trying to warm up with at least a few puzzle rushes before jumping into it. Now I am oh, why does this look weird? I am what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say, but we're gonna warm up with some puzzles before jumping in. All right. Astronaut, medical doctor, and now chess player. Bitchy Marable, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I haven't even done anything yet. Okay. All right, all right, all right. What is happening with my... Okay. Just gonna do a few rated puzzles. Just about like 5-minute warm up. I mean, is there something other than just knight takes? Takes. Don't see why it wouldn't. This would be a mistake, of course. Yeah, okay. But this isn't... This is also just a free pawn, is it not? Takes would be still a mistake, because then I can't... So now I just take here. Okay. Here. So here. Here. Then I can just take rook d1 or bishop e3. A little bit careful of that kind of stuff. I don't know between like bishop d3 and rook d1. Do you want me to play a non-rated blitz? Sure. I can play a quick blitz game after this. I'll do a few puzzles first. I don't know. Honestly, I want to say Let's go with minor pieces out first. Yeah, doesn't surprise me. Rook d1. I don't really see the big difference there. Still, it gave me points because it must have been a hard puzzle, or higher rated puzzle. Probably there's some fork where I pick up the rook. Like, check. The king moves over. I mean, what checks do I have? This check. This is not possible. I have that check. The king moves over, then check. Moves over again. Then I'd be picking up. Oh, I see. Okay, so check. Because if he moves over here, he's getting mated. Now, I could pick up the rook, but I think this is going to be more precise. Checks, then this comes. Check. Or do I just go here? No, because he goes back. Check. It ain't over yet, though. Yeah, of course you can join the Discord. The link is, it should be on Twitch, but also on my YouTube for the Discord. A little bit quiet at the moment, but that's not always a bad thing. I mean, sometimes there's, Jesus, I'm getting back rank mated if I'm not careful. Could it be this? I don't think so. Check takes. No, what's going on here? Or do I just take the rook? Yeah, just take the rook. Duh. I think there's a lot of minors in the Discord, to be honest. I can tell there's a lot of kids. There's not a bunch of like dudes my age, that's for sure. There's some, I think, but check, check. Check here, he gets in trouble. So let's, oh God. Okay, I should be taking a little bit more time to think. Maybe this. Okay, yeah. I can play you in Blitz real quick to warm up. Let me just switch the audio. I just want to learn chess a bit more. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's go here so we can retake with the knight, I guess. Although... I feel like there might be tactics here. What if I kick the knight? Can I do that? And then go here and fork the... I ordinarily would not do this. Let's see what happens. It's Blitz, after all. This doesn't come with check, although they could just play that, but... Do y'all watch Harry Potter? Oh, what am I saying? This is stupid. I need to go here first. I think I just need to sack the pawn. Dang it. This was dumb. This was dumb. I messed up. Let's do this anyways and just hope they don't take with the bishop. I had a trick, but it probably was better to not do this. Just wanted to play queen b6 and fork the bishop in that, taking on f2. Hey, great stream. I love the vibe of your stream. Your energy is infectious. Would love to chat more and stay updated on your content. Let's connect on Discord. You can join the Discord server. I'm not sure if this works. You can push. Yeah, but I can throw this in first. And I will. And do I take? This takes. It moves back. And I just move back myself. I'll take the rook, I suppose. White could keep taking. Probably the best move, actually. Yeah, that's a good move. I'll go rook here to threaten. Or wait, no. I'll just trade. Go rook here. Oh, that's a free pawn. Actually, I'll just take it right away. You bishop here. Get the rooks out. Actually, I'm going to take this way and create some loot for my king. Harry Potter, Lord of the... Okay. Lord of the Rings, all that stuff. Classic. I don't think this works, though. I suppose you can take there, but you're getting back rank checkmated. GG. Good game. Maribel. All right, guys. Let's jump into some rapid. I would like to try to cram a bunch of games. All right. There we go. Jump into the 10-minute pool. Currently listening to Time Cop. 1983. Got a strong opponent here from France. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so they'll probably be going for this. Interesting. I'll play h3, save my bishop. Knight is in front of the c pawn. Could be a mistake. Maybe it's not, but I could... All right. Let's have a think now. So bishop d3. Spiral, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Bishop d3, I get hit with knight b4. I also need to be careful because this could be... Yeah, I could be getting forked. So I think I just have to go bishop e2. It's kind of passive, but I'll just go bishop e2. And then if e5... Looks like they really want to go for e5. Just castle at e5. I'm just going to castle. Okay, interesting. Part of me wants to just start pushing myself here, e5. But I have this right away, actually. Knight e4. Yeah. If I get the chance to take that bishop, I will. I'll grab the bishop pair. And doing okay on time. Not too bad. Takes. I can keep taking if they do. So I'll grab the bishop, like I said, and just probably... Oh, this can't be. This has to be good for me, I would think. Bishop here. Queen there. You get hit again with tempo, although there's that. But this is an easy way, I feel like, to save my bishop and just... Okay, what if we go takes? What if I attack the knight now? And then follow up with this. Here. There. Here. Knight there. There. He can actually grab that. If here, like I said, he can hit my bishop, which I don't love. At the same time, if I go there, the knight can't actually go anywhere other than he can go here or here. That would be a free knight. So, yeah, let's actually play d5 and then either knight, okay, knight all the way back. Part of me wants to play that, but I don't think it really does much, so just drop back so that after he hits my knight, I don't lose my bishop. Here's going to move his knight. He wants to threaten to take there. Yeah, I need to drop my bishop back. If here, go knight d4, probably have to play king h1. Ugh, I might actually switch back to, I might do a few 15-minute games. Because I just feel like I want a little bit more time to think and calculate. So yeah, I'm expecting knight here. They're not threatening to win the pawn, but they are threatening to take on h3. So yeah, I'd have to move the king over to h1. Then I want a way to play e4 or to attack the queen, because that queen actually could get trapped. Maybe c4, actually. Okay, those squares are available. That knight move might actually be kind of annoying. That doesn't work. I think I just need to move the king over. Knight here. Yeah, let's just move the king over. Not allow that. I mean, you can still play that, but there's no way that that works. That actually looks like a death sentence. And if knight here, then I can pin. So of course I can give you a check, but that doesn't do anything. These are all covered. Yeah, I think my position's pretty good, but a little bit nervous. I'm going to try to speed up just a little bit here. Because unless I feel like I'm clearly in a winning position, you know, and then I'm like, I'm down on time, but I know that I can win this. If I don't feel that, I do feel like, Coraline, thank you for the follow, by the way. I don't feel like I have much of an advantage in that case. Okay. Here's bad there. It's got to be here. I'm not going to think too much about this move, I think. If he wants to hit my knight, I'm going to take with en passant. This pawn could be a weakness, too. I would love to trade off. I think my bishop... I could take, and if not, here takes, pawn takes. Oh, shh. Man, why do I do this stuff? Someone please tell me. Let's just, wait, bishop here. Is that trapping the queen? Not quite. Wait a second. Here, the queen only has this square? Knight here, but then he can take. I see. But here, bishop takes, queen takes. Here and there would trap the queen. That's pretty risky, though. I feel like here, there. I also have this move. Threatening c7 and then knight. So I could just take. I don't think there's any solid way to trap the knight, unfortunately, or the queen. So I'm going to play this move. But wow, I took way too much time on that move. Oh, that's a free knight. Oh my god, dude. And he didn't see it because he's playing too fast, I guess. Takes. If he goes queen takes, that could be okay. I was gonna say that could be problematic. Here and bishop there. Here if takes, I take. Jeez Louise. Why do people play this fast? Including myself. Now I can take here, takes, and then takes there. I thought maybe if I opened up, because Black's king is super weak, though. This is a bad game. Oh, sorry, guys. I had the YouTube chat. I didn't even see the YouTube chat. It was, like, blocked. How's it going, everyone, from YouTube? Sorry, I just, I'm not playing viewers right now. Tim, yes, I agree. I shouldn't let that, see, like, that's a mistake. He could have taken one apiece, I'm pretty sure. Takes. Takes. I still have, I feel like, some tricks up my sleeve. This is not over. I've misplayed this terribly, but it's like, because of here, if takes, check. If here, if takes. Yeah. I mean, the 2000s, I just am playing pretty poorly, but the 2000s aren't playing that good either. I was actually watching some chess vibes last night. Sometimes I watch Nelson to go to bed, and he was playing like a 2300, and they were playing like god awful. It's like normal. You can't help sometimes but think like, I play better than this guy. But I'm not playing very good. It's hard to play good moves and with the time. This is not over though. I mean, Black's king is in serious trouble, and I do have more than enough pieces to checkmate. I wanted to play this to just take away some squares from the okay, I didn't actually even see that was here. Takes, you know. Okay, I don't actually have much, I feel like. Here he goes there. I severely misplayed this. Here he takes. Oh my god, dude. Okay, I cannot. This is. I gotta stop playing so fast. I need to, like, speed up in the. Gosh, I never blunder like this. This is terrible. I'm just gonna blitz out a bunch of moves and. So bad. Or maybe I'll switch to 15 minutes so I just don't have to worry about time and just can play good chess. Honestly, though, I'm just going to try to flag my opponent. I could resign, but I don't do that.
J'ai un peu... Ouais, dis-moi. Oui. Ah oui, parce que alors j'ai pas tout compris dans celui que tu m'as envoyé, donc je pense que c'est bien qu'on passe peut-être ensemble en direct, ce sera plus simple. Juste comme ça,
I
on
want
peut
to
expliquer
dislodge those knights. They're kind of annoying.
bon, voilà, le... Ouais. Ok. Oui, et n'hésitez pas à vous positionner, à dire nous, on veut se positionner sur cette option. Et, voilà. Ouais. Mm. Ok.
Don't play like me, guys.
Ouais. En fait, tant que vous êtes
Ah,
alignés,
whoops. That's why he played that. Oh, but I have
et
that.
moi, elle m'a dit
Oh,
comment est-ce
dear
qu'il faut
lord.
faire.
If he takes, I have queen
Vous voyez
check,
comment vous faites en
king
fait.
there,
Moi, je peux juste donner mon avis,
or
mais
there.
je fais aussi le calcul qui fait sens pour
I
moi.
mean, just because I show you why you shouldn't always just resign right away.
De votre côté.
There's chances that, you know, a miracle could happen.
Ouais. Oui, oui, oui. Après, moi, ce qui est un peu. J'ai ressenti un
Here you
peu.
can force some
Oui,
trades. Actually, he can mate me, even worse.
C'est pénible dans cette position parce que si je pouvais avoir la liberté de juste trancher, bah, je le ferais. Et parce que c'était ma façon de faire avant et je l'ai fait quand j'ai dit oui, c'est ok de faire un seul cahier des charges. Voilà, oui, en même temps, moi, l'argument de est-ce que c'est écrit quelque part, la réponse est non, mais il faut deviner. Enfin bref. Donc voilà, c'était juste vraiment. Mais bon,
Okay, for sure. Cannot do 10 minutes tonight. No way. No, no, no way. These blunders are insane.
Ouais.
I only ever play 10 minutes when I play rapid. When I play rapid, is there a significant difference between you've noticed between the 10 and 15-minute player pools? There's certainly more people in the 10-minute pools, for sure. Quality of play night and day, because not only is it 15 minutes, um,
Ouais.
it's 15 minutes, 10-second increment.
Mm. Ouais.
Let's try
Alors,
it, because
juste
I'm
sur un
sick
autre
of,
sujet,
I can't
entre du
blender like
coup,
this. This is just
pareil, je cherchais par
embarrassing.
exemple les allers-retours. Racine
I feel like I
est
could
hyper
could
pratiqué
play
sur
really
ce
good chess tonight,
sur
but I
la
cannot. I cannot anymore with this fucking
j'aimerais
time
bien faire
pressure.
du streaming. Bon, on peut le laisser, mais voilà, vraiment cibler le contenu, l'orienter comme on le souhaite. On va dire, bah non, c'est pas
Yeah,
un truc
like I
tu
think
fais
that
sur
black, there were
BNP,
plenty of
et
mistakes
là,
in black's
direct,
play
on passe à
here.
la partie
Mine as well, of
joueur.
course,
Il
but
faut un peu de présentation.
oh, it does actually want bishop
Voilà, je te le dis comme ça,
e7.
mais la connaissant le personnage, et connaissant surtout les
I just need
manipulations
the
disponibles
time
de
to
temps en
find the
temps,
mistakes. All right, my wife's in a meeting if you guys can't tell, so I'm gonna
un point
lower my mic and we'll jump into another game to do a
Petit
10-minute,
par rapport
15-minute game.
ça. Mais
Thank
vraiment,
you for the
du coup,
follow,
sur
Voldemort Lucky. I don't know if I need time off. You mean like a break? No, I think I just need to, or just more time. For sure, I just need more time, but time
Alors,
off.
juste, explique-moi très rapidement la tendance, juste pour que si je l'ai aujourd'hui,
Now, keep in mind too, when you're streaming, guys, it's. I mean, I literally have 3 different chats open. Sometimes I get people who are like, "Hey, hey, hey," and and then they just like vanish. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So my attention is like very divided too when I'm streaming. It's not the same thing when I just play. That was just a terrible game. I'm talking. I'm constantly talking, which is nice sometimes, but also it really can divide your attention. Okay, takes, and then I believe it's knight here.
ok.
It's because my wife is in a meeting, but I can keep my mic on and you guys will just hear some random
Alors moi, si je
stuff in
comprends bien, en
French.
fait, c'est une alternative où on se laisse la porte ouverte de basculer sur
Here,
le
here,
quart.
here, there. Takes, of course, is going to take here.
Ouais, ouais, ouais. Ok. Ouais, ça te fait... Donc là, tu pars en moyenne simple. Ok. Et si tu as une tendance,
I'm gonna go for it.
Ouais, ouais, ouais.
Yeah, guys, the last few
Ok.
days have just been, for some reason, full of a lot of blunders, but
Ok, donc en fait, tu
typically I
prends
don't
la
blunder that
tendance,
much.
sauf si
The 10-minute
il
games are
n'y en a
really
pas et
just
du coup, tu bascules sur moyenne simple.
are tough because you're constantly up against people playing extremely fast and
Ouais, ouais, ouais. Ah, mais le truc, c'est que jusqu'à quel point est-ce que tu considères que tu as
yeah, I
des
don't think
avantages
it's I'm not stressed today.
à,
I took a nice cold shower. I've been
dans
taking
les
cold
points
showers
au
before
final à
playing,
gratter?
which leaves me feeling like
Genre,
super invigorated and everything. I think it's
plus ou moins,
kind of
hein.
distraction. I've got like music. I've got my
Donc,
wife in a
moyenne,
meeting over here. I've got 3 frickin' chat windows. Streaming, quite honestly, just streaming sometimes
voilà.
does
Supposons que tu as, je sais
really
pas,
distract you. I think this is already
7 personnes
better
qui
for
mettent
me.
7 et
Here,
plutôt 5
still
personnes
there.
qui mettent
Takes,
3. Est-ce que tu considères que tu es dans deux,
takes,
deux
takes.
tendances?
I'm assuming it has to be this move, but let's just see.
C'est ça en fait que je voulais demander. À partir de quand on dit on est 50-50 absolu ou jusqu'à 2 votes de plus? Combien de votes font que tu as. Ok, là je dégage suffisamment de tendance.
It's gotta be
Est-ce que c'est au-delà de
95.
5? Est-ce que
And then B4 is for sure the best move, I
7?
think.
Voilà.
But
Donc on dit est-ce que
okay,
c'est
so
plus de la moitié pour
takes,
considérer que
rook
ici il y a une tendance
takes.
qui se dégage? On peut imaginer
That's an
ça.
interesting move. I mean, I could just take the bishop pair
Enfin,
and run. Like
une
takes,
moyenne,
takes, go
ça
bishop
dégage une
there.
tendance en termes de vote.
Thank you, Wing
Ouais,
Dragon, for the follow.
c'est pas une tendance.
I appreciate it. Get a lot of activity, like a lot of expansion here, though, on the queen side. I'm not huge on that. Of course, I could also just reroute my knight now. This square's
Ouais,
kind of
ouais, ouais.
weak, right?
Ok,
Take that bishop when I want
bon, ça
to.
marche.
Go here. I don't really care. I think if knight e4, I don't think it really does that much. Then I could go here and threaten. Yeah, I think I'm going to just reroute my knight. So knight here,
Ouais, moi non plus, moi non plus. Ça
e6.
casse le principe
You know, the dark squares
d'idée
are covered, so either goes here or here.
d'idée de
Probably
faire
bishop
comment, quoi. Je trouve que ça,
here,
vraiment, c'est assez
e6.
plate. Donc, ouais, ça casse le principe.
Knight there, he
Je vais avoir plus
takes.
de
So I'd
votes
have to
parce
go
que
like
je joue
here,
vraiment.
e6, maybe a3. How's it
Ouais,
going, Wing Dragon? Don't think I want to grab right now because that just helps him develop.
ouais. Mais même la Belgique, hein, on a pris un de la Belgique, on a pris un du Luxembourg.
My
Donc,
bishop kind of
effectivement,
sucks.
la
Probably
moyenne
needs to get
pourrait
out
faire
soon. I
que
think I'm just
ça
gonna
soit
go
inégal.
for knight
Ça peut
c2
un peu
because this square looks
simpliste,
really
ça peut
weak.
gonfler
And
rapidement.
then
Et même dans l'extended team, si on a quelqu'un en France, il peut dire explicite. Moi, je les connais, je les adore. Je vais leur mettre un 10. Mais normalement, aussi normalement, par
guys,
exemple,
I gotta
dans
cut
les
my mic.
diables
All you're gonna be
traditionnels
hearing is my wife
américains,
like
on peut dire
in a
aussi,
business meeting in the
oui, mais
background.
bon, le système de
Watch the
notation
chess, enjoy it.
est
She's not gonna be in meetings like
quantifié
the
de
whole day.
manière à
So
ce qu'on n'ait pas
thank you, Speedy Breaks, for the
les
follow. Enjoy the chess. I'll draw arrows and
pas
stuff. I'll
surtout, pas
communicate that
surtout.
way.
Il reste
it took me a long time. I plateaued at 1700 for quite a while.
Non, non, c'est par
Thank
rapport
you,
à la vieille.
Nightmare, for the follow. I appreciate it. How you doing,
Mais
buddy?
tu me le dis aussi, hein, tu me préviens. Hop, hein.
Bald. Isn't that the same person that
Non, non, non. Non, non, non.
that
Ok,
that name
bon,
looks
c'est ça.
familiar? Sounds like someone is
J'ai un
afraid of
questionnaire
losing
que
their
j'avais
hair.
téléchargé. Bah oui, mais je me suis dit, putain, déjà
As
c'était
long
long
as
pour
you
eux, c'était
play,
blindé. Alors que pour moi,
you
c'était
will notice when
neuf.
why
Je
you're
me suis dit, là, je
blending.
leur
Oh
fais
yeah, I know
peur.
for sure why I'm
Et en
blendering.
fournisseur,
It's mostly the
son
time.
truc, c'était pas téléchargé.
Thank you for the follow, TQ E1Z.
Ouais, je vais les ajouter dans la travaux commune. Ah, et je repense à un truc. Juste s'assurer que voilà, on est.
Voldemort
Ouais,
Lucky.
je pense à peut-être plus
Potter, we
simple.
meet
Parce qu'on est quand
again.
même la première
Potter.
page. On travaille quand même des fois sur des
Not you
drafts avant
again.
d'avoir la version finalisée et de leur donner. Donc je me dis, si
Expelliarmus.
on fait un truc. Et comme ça, on est sûr que quand on dépose
So
notre commande test
my wife like
correctement, c'est
insists that
clean, c'est la version finalisée. Et
no one
on
in
s'est
her
déjà mis
meeting can
d'accord
hear
entre
me.
nous.
I hope it's true. I hope her little microphone thing is very much voice isolated
Ouais.
because I say a lot of stupid shit sometimes. +1 sub.
Non, mais peut-être qu'on
Thank you,
peut,
Fact.
on peut créer un truc from scratch.
I need to set up like notifications for YouTube, if that's
Ça,
even
et
possible, and for
une
Kick.
truc, je vais essayer de le faire, voir ce que ça donne.
Not really seeing any obvious moves in this position, but Black certainly has a nice... They have a lot of space. I can't let them grab all this space on the king side too, so I'm going to try to just create some weaknesses, and I'll see where I want to put my rooks, because I feel like if I go here, he's going to push. Je t'ai pas distrait? On m'a entendu? Hein? Non, mais je coupais le micro parfois. Hein? Désolé, c'est parce que j'ai mon casque et je joue comme une merde. Ah.
On n'est pas prêt de celebrate les...
Quoi?
On n'est pas prêt de célébrer
No,
les...
not yet. No. Okay, here's gonna keep pushing maybe. That would be a free pawn, but probably just bishop back, right? I mean, problem is if I go here, then this pawn can be targeted. Not right away, I'd have to trade bishops. This just looks too passive. I like to stay on this diagonal. I think it's kind of annoying, so... Here, like I said, if he pushes, that's just a free pawn. I don't really see... I'll drop back. All right, I can talk now, guys. This is, I don't really see a lot of obvious moves here. Black clearly has this nice... They've grabbed a lot of space on the queen side. They do still have doubled pawns, though, so if I trade down and everything... They have a somewhat active king, too, but if I trade down... Those might potentially be a weakness at some point. Wait a second. Takes, check. Let's go back that way. Takes. You could throw this move in, but then no, that loses. So pawn takes. Bishop takes. Oh, I don't think that works. I'm just trying to deflect the king, but like pawn takes, bishop takes. Bishop takes. Wait, what? Pawn takes, bishop takes, king takes. Or I go bishop takes, king takes, pawn takes, check. Oh, don't I win a pawn at least though? So bishop takes, king takes, pawn takes. If he takes here, I win a piece. And so if he goes back, I just have an extra pawn. I can stick my knight there. Yes, sir. Oh, knight takes. I didn't think about that. Still, it's a free pawn in that case, though. I mean, if I'm a pawn up and black has these doubled pawns, I think that I can try to win that end game, but we'll see. You can keep talking. You don't need to talk, or you don't need to stop talking until I finish the game. All right, so I guess the best here is let's just trade down so that I can go up a pawn, go into this a pawn up, and then, you know, rook over. King takes, pawn takes, rook, probably that rook e8, f4, g5 is impossible, and then I'm going to bring my knight in, bring the rooks over to defend, although I do need to probably play a3. Interesting attempt. It's probably a good move. I really only have one move here. Might not be that good though, because knight d4 is coming, and I'm going to be attacking the pawn here. Ah, that's very sneaky. So maybe I'll just let him take that pawn and take this one. Because here, if he tries to like, I can push. That's kind of annoying actually. Okay, what if I go here? Okay, that is annoying. That is slightly annoying. What if I just go rook here? He takes. That's what happens. But I can go here, there. It's an even game. I feel like. What's the best continuation here? Can't touch this pawn. Maybe this is better just because it protects a2, hits the d pawn, freezes all those. Yeah, instead of this, because I think I want to use the semi-open file because d5 is a weakness. So I can start with this, but then that allows rook takes here, rook takes over here, rook takes. Okay, let's start with rook d1, I guess. Maybe go here, and I could always try to double up. There might be tactics with taking the knight. Not with the rook there, but this time control really suits you. You can think longer and not be punished. Punish opponents who doesn't think. Yeah, I agree. I do tend to do better in 50-minute, the 50-minute time control. It's just when you're trying to pump out a bunch of games, you know, and then when you lose, it kind of sucks because you spend all that time. But maybe a Hadawan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But maybe 50 minutes is the way to go. Maybe that's what gets me to 2000. Is this time control easier for rating, gain, and rapid? It just depends on what kind of player you are. Honestly, I can't say. Most people do not play 50-minute. Like most of like the YouTubers, at least, and other people you see, most, and just most people in general, I think, play in the 10-minute pool. I will say it's certainly not as good for developing your chess. For improving your chess, for sure it's not as good because you don't actually have time to really calculate. Like, did you see how fast that last play, the last guy was playing? He missed so many wins and he blundered himself because he was just playing super fast. Of course, I also blundered because I was playing fast. So I would recommend longer time controls for if you're trying to like improve at your chess. That's another thing, and I say this all the time on stream. Another thing though is that like I swear to God, if you see these, oh shit, I'm getting a little bit low on time. Okay. What was my plan here? Yeah, getting a little bit low on time. This seems a little bit risky. I could drop back and threaten this. Okay, I think I want to play a3 either way. It's a little bit slow, but I just don't want to have to worry at all anymore about that file. What I was gonna say is that yeah, like if you take these, let's say like the 2,000 average 2,000 player on chess.com in the rapid pool, and compare them to like go play in some chess tournament at a local club or whatever, probably like the 1600 player will play better than them. Maybe with the same time control, maybe not, but um, there tends to be, in my opinion, there tends to be much more focus on playing faster online, but not necessarily sound moves. Whereas if you go play in like classical games, whether it's like a rapid game, but over the board, you'll notice that your opponents, that they really do think, and it's just a different style of play. Okay, do I drop back now or I go rook here? Yeah, I think I want to go rook here because there's going to be tactics, I feel like, down the road. And I'm a little bit short on time. I just want to be careful of this knight. Right now, everything's covered, but that knight is going to be a little SOB if I'm not careful. Other than higher time controls, what has been the most crucial part reaching 1900s? Specifically reaching 1900s, I was actually just talking about this with some people at our chess night last night. Specifically 1900s, endgames. I think that what helped me get to 1900 was knowing when I had an advantage and how to force trades and convert to a winning endgame, and then how to win it. All while kind of like playing forcing moves. So it doesn't ever feel like you're just taking a risk or you're like, ooh, I don't know. It's like, no, I play this, they have to play that, and then I'm going to play this, and it all feels very forced. Oh boy, that's not good. Okay, I didn't even see that idea. Okay, this was a really bad. That's not good at all. There's no. I'm probably losing now. King here, rook there. My rook gets trapped if I'm not careful too. Okay, this is unfortunate, but I need to bring my rook back, I think. Wesley, I was on a 20 loss streak, quit chess, came back, and now winning 1-3 matches. Keep up the fight. I hear you, Jay. Thank you. I appreciate it. 20 loss streak, that's rough. I've certainly had losing streaks that were about the same. About the same. Depends on a lot of person and whether it's 10-minute or 15-minute, 10-second. Yeah, I mean, you can see the difference in players. Probably the players that play these 15-minute games, they are more inclined to calculate different lines. They're going to try to make sure they're going to be like, okay, here's my move. What is my opponent's best move? And they're going to calculate that. The thing is too, a lot of the people that like constantly play 10 minutes, if you're always playing really fast and you're never calculating, you're going to make a habit of it. So it's more likely that those players that play the 10-minute games, unless they're playing like over the board games and like classical tournaments or longer time controls, they're more than likely going to have that like, I'm too lazy, I don't want to calculate and just play, right? I think it's good to definitely have it's actually a must. I'm gonna just straight up say it's an absolute must. If you want to, I think, become a really like a strong chess player, you have to be playing at least some of the time. You have to be playing longer time controls. Otherwise, like if you go do ever play like an actual classical game of chess, probably it's not going to go very well because yeah, I mean that's like a whole other beast. That's like spending 30 minutes on a move sometimes and Sometimes the matches are like 3 to 4 hours, 30-minute rapid, to be honest. I like 30-minute rapid too. I think that I prefer though the 15-minute 10-second increment because of the increment. It often ends up being the same thing, but if you really don't ever want to worry about time, then what's nice is that um it's not like a bunch of moves in response to this. What's nice is that you always have that, right? But if the clock burns down and you're like 5 minutes with the 30 minutes, you don't have increment, right? I really like the increment part because even if you use up your time, you can rely on the increment, especially if you're like a decent blitz player. Yeah, 15-minute, 10-second increment is still not all that. It's not that much better than 10-minute. You still don't have a lot of time. You're right to calculate as you should. But that's why I'm saying like really, if you speak to a lot of strong players, I've had a lot of people say if you want to get really good, if you want to get better, you have to play classic. You have to play over the board like real chess, because that's where I mean that's where like every single move counts. You remember things much better. You're much more likely to remember mistakes, and so I feel like I should actually swing my knight around this way now. He's for sure wanting to go here, and I want to clog things up, I think. It's a shame because this is almost possible. I definitely gave away. I think I had an advantage, and a slight advantage, but I did not even think that, didn't even consider that A3 actually really weakens B3, and there was always this weakness on D3. And I don't know. I mean, the doubled pawns are there, but these pawns are really annoying. They're grabbing a lot of space. Oh, but this does force a trade. That would be nice, actually. I'm threatening to take the trade off the knight, so that would be good. That rook is almost trapped. That one? Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Here, but he can move down. That is a good point. How's it going, Theodore? Pawn f4 I feel like is a little bit risky because yes, it might threaten to try to trap the rook, but then I'm permanently going to be, black's going to just start piling up on that weak e3 pawn. Like maybe, but unless I found a way to trap the rook, I think I prefer playing knight d4 check and force. Yeah, because here I'm not worried about that. Then I can take, let's start with check. Because the rook is not, it's going to be a while until he could even try to double up, put more pressure here. I'm not worried about that. And then, ooh, it's almost trapped after this move. It's almost trapped. Almost. But I think I want to go rook takes. Rook there, huh? That's a problem. Okay, this is not great. So if I go here, rook here, if I go there, he penetrates. Rook here, I can't go here, I lose the pawn. Takes, takes, takes. I'm not even up a pawn anymore. I don't know if I ever was. G4 looks like a good move, though. Takes, takes. And then I can... yeah. Damn. And here, blunders my rook on the spot. Could go here. Here. Okay, I'm gonna, like, he can't infiltrate. He can't pile up on this pawn so easily either. Oh, I see. That's a little bit scary. I should have seen that move. Okay, this is definitely not good. Here's check. Check, takes here. Check is winning that pawn. I might need to do that. I think that's the best option. Sack a pawn. Sack 2 pawns. Awesome. Takes. Yeah, I mean, you can cover back up. I hate queen b6, man. I really do. Queen b6 lines, they get all this. I know that for sure the best move is knight a3. I'm almost positive about that. But I've never even, like, I haven't seen... What did they play? They played knight a6. And then I was out of theory. But yeah, the queen b6 stuff is really annoying in the London. Here, there, I take... This, there's almost... I can almost trap the rook. Almost. Like if I go here, there... The what? Wait a second. The rook cannot move to any of these squares. Here, if it goes there, at least I win a pawn. It's still losing though. So here, let's try this. Because if he moves down that way, then I believe he's just trapped his own rook. Oh, what am I talking about? Dude, am I blind? Okay, this is just totally lost. That's okay. It's just one of those days. Can't stop playing just because of that. Yeah, it's got the majority over here. I have no moves. All he needs to do is do that. And yeah. At the same time, like my opponent played a 91, like they played a nearly perfect game. Not perfect, but it's not like I really had all that much. Like this is all theory. I know this is, but yeah, bishop move doesn't work. I need to go knight e5. Start the procedure. Yeah, this just didn't work at all. Now white's winning. Interesting. Really wants me to take the knight. I just like won a pawn here though, and then still messed it up. I guess they're never really I wasn't ever really winning this as long as he played everything correctly, which of course he did. Once rook d4 right away. Yeah, and it's like the knight's coming in. So it's still even, so I blundered something. Oh, wow, okay. I needed to play f3 to keep it going. This says it's still even. I don't see how it is though. Like the rook's coming in. I don't like this position at all. What did I miss here? Okay, rook f4 is a blunder. Like how do I even stop that? I don't get this. e4, check, king e3. It just looks awful for me. But I guess there's like, what if he goes here? Oh, it's white's move. Okay. Rook takes. King d4. Check. Okay, so I blundered at the end there. It is actually even. I thought this would be for sure winning for black, but I blundered at the end. Alright, well, go again. e4 was impressive, like the computer move, yeah. Guys, I'm not playing viewers Anurag. Not tonight. I'm 1450 and have to play around 2000 strength usually to be able to win. Pretty crazy. Yeah. You know, I don't know, it's interesting because like, so I was trying to work this out in my head. Maybe you guys have thoughts. Nelson from Chess Vibes, again, I've been watching him a bunch, and he like does these live streams, you know, where he's he's just trying to gain some rating and rapid. He faces a lot of cheaters and he never aborts. So, but he's a national master and he plays really well. He thinks he's a damn good bullet player and blitz player. So if you think you're going to flag him, he definitely does flag sometimes, but he is very good. I think with when he's in time pressure, but he has I think it's like a 60%, 60 something like to 30 something win loss ratio. And yet you can see he was like stuck at 2300 for a long time. And he just hit 2400 in rapid. And it's interesting because it's like, well, wait a second. If he's always winning 60% of his games, like what gives, you know? And I think that it's just, you really do have to, you get to play a Budapest Gambit. You really do have to like give it quite a lot of time and be patient to sometimes to gain the rating, to have that reflect. Because basically, yeah, if you're 12 or if you're 1450 and you feel like you're always having to play exceptionally well to beat your opponents, there are for sure, like that is true, and there are opponents. Okay, what's the move here? I think it's just bishop check. There are opponents that are going to play pretty well, and it feels like you have to play exceptionally well yourself to beat them. But at the same time, there's also loads of opponents that are going to play very bad. Okay, I'm trying to remember theory here. Why don't I ever remember this? They always play the passive boring lines, and then I never remember what the follow-up is. Like, logically, yes, I could go queen e7, try to win the pawns back, but I don't think that that's actually how the computer likes. What's the move? There's also takes. If bishop takes, knight here. This takes. I'm assuming bishop takes, queen takes, knight here. I think that I'm just going to this. Yeah, I'm already out of theory here, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to go for queen e7. But then, Balaji, thank you for the follow. Queen e7, but then after a3, I have to take with the bishop or move back. And then if bishop takes, knight takes. Yeah, I'm probably overthinking this, but I feel like there's some, like some crazy, you know, move like this sometimes where you sack more, but I'm just going to go queen e7. This is a pretty interesting gambit, though. A lot of these lines, if you're not careful, black is already better. The Budapest gambit is like very sound, but the knight e4 move is a little bit more novel, I think, or it's newer. If you look at like all these famous Budapest gambit games, like, you know, Kramnik, I saw a lot of other famous games with like Kramnik and other very, very strong grandmasters, but they're playing the knight g5, so I think it's like, I think it's a sound gambit, but I don't know as much. Just that this knight e4 is very tricky. You have to be very careful. I, though, have to go over my lines again, because when they play boring stuff like knight f3, then I just don't remember the follow-up. Bajarowitz, gambit. Non, pas encore. T'as faim? Hein? Je peux faire une pause. Et je vais jusqu'à 18h. Minimum. Et après, je peux faire une pause. Ça te va? You sure? Okay. Sorry, I was just... I played like... J'ai fait genre 3 parties et je fais que perdre. Et c'est la merde, donc j'ai envie de jouer un peu. I'll finish this and let you know. Okay, queen there. See, I almost feel like it's d5 in some of these lines. You play d5, and then if en passant you take with the knight. But that... What's with this Johnny Sins thing? Who the hell is this? I'm pretty sure I know. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yeah, it's like... Isn't that like the porn guy? I don't think so. I think just any bald dude with a beard gets told that they look like some other bald dude with a beard. Okay. What is the move? Could it be this? Takes... I think I'm mixing up lines, because then if c takes... That's just sacking a lot of pawns for nothing. Or I just trade everything. Like knight takes. Okay, I'm actually going to go knight takes. And if bishop takes, I'll take... But I want the queen, if possible. If the queen stays there... But at the same time, it's a gambit. I'm not sure if I should just be trading everything. That's not smart either. So let's go knight c6. Knight c6 takes. Takes if queen takes here. Queen's got to defend somehow. Now I'm going to go knight c6. I need to go over the lines here. He's bald and incredibly good looking. Johnny Sins. Yeah, I mean, he's looked like a handsome dude. Why can't I speak French as well? I lived in France. I'm currently living in France, but I lived in France for 6 years. I studied here, and my wife's French, so I still speak a lot. You can win the pawn by trading on d2 now. I don't know if that's a forced if I win the pawn by force. I'm misplaying this opening. Of course, I know by heart like all of the trap lines, the tricky lines and everything, right? But no one ever plays that. There's like an awesome line where they trap their own queen, and it's not all that obvious, but no one ever plays into it. Okay, so they really want to hold on to the pawn, but there can be repercussions to that. I could go like a5. I could just castle. I could go b3 and fianchetto. Can I give you a tip to improve? Yes, work on your tactics, pins, skewers, forks, all those things. Get them really good and don't blunder them. So obviously if I take, they're going to be taking with the queen. I could be super ultra aggressive and like play g5, g4, but then they'll probably just play this. If I go here, gambit another pawn, bishop takes, and basically just say I want to go for like activity. That is sometimes an idea, but I don't know if I want to do that. This bishop's got to get out, I feel like. So, do I fianchetto? I think so. I think I'm just going to fianchetto. Here, takes. It's like I'm not even calculating that much. I'm spending all this time, but I'm not even... Guys, if I take the pawn with the knight, then I'm losing. Like if we're here, knight takes. That's a free piece. I can't take the pawn yet. And if I take here, he's going to take back with the queen, so it's still defended. All right, so he opens up his bishop. I can also just castle, though. Let's go... Let's see. Here, maybe he castles. That could be kind of annoying. I'm actually going to castle short first. Vibe of here. Thank you for the follow. Because if I go rook here, yeah, exactly. This is very annoying, actually. So I might, if I play here and he takes, I think I'm going to go back with the bishop. Although I can also start trying to attack, but I don't like this. Yeah, the open D file. Yeah, this is just equalizing. It never was. I didn't ever have an advantage, but I don't like the direction this is going in. I think takes, queen takes. Part of me does want to play a5. I can try to chip away. I think I'm going to do it, because then maybe I can take. He has to take with a queen and then jump my knight in, and I'm threatening a fork. I think I'm going to do that. Let's go a5. Not playing viewers. Sorry, not tonight. I will be tomorrow, though. Playing viewers tomorrow. Okay. I wonder if I can take advantage of that, though. So takes, queen takes. I could also drop the bishop back. I just don't know if I want to be trading everything. It's a pretty bad bishop, though. Let's be honest. Okay, let's add more pressure. Actually, I don't see how he defends this pawn after rook e8. Rook e8, if I'm white, what am I playing? This is hanging at the end of the line, though, so I'd have to go like rook e8, maybe rook d8 too. Now I don't ever know if I want to even take on g2. That looks like awful. So start with this, I guess. And then it just looks so slow and predictable. Rook d8. Yeah, maybe I should take and just give up like trade pawns, like takes. Wait, hold on. Takes. Rook takes. He's hitting that as well. I just don't love... Oh, really? Okay. Can I reroute my knight somewhere, though? No? Maybe I'll do that. Here and here. Here's got to move, so I got a tempo on the rook. I am not a fan of my chess tonight. I don't. At the same time, I'm like consistently playing. I might actually change that setting on my account that makes it so I only play, essentially, so that I only play players that are stronger than me. I think I could use with some confidence boosting. Here protects the pawn, and then I'm threatening a fork on the next move. If I play it relatively quickly, it might. Like, because also, dude, straight up, this opponent is spending half the time and is playing better. Here is has to be bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and just play this without thinking too much. And then could move the bishop up to protect this weakness. Not just rook d8 is fine. Hey, Indomitable. Man, I swear, sorry. Every time I look over to my kick screen, I have like missed one of your messages. How you doing? Morning. Yeah, Nelson's awesome. He's really nice too. Like he did a YouTube video with another smaller YouTuber like myself, Blunderman. He just must have asked him like, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" and you know, kind of make a video, and he did. And I've thought about, I had some ideas with a lot of these other YouTubers. We have a Discord channel, and I swear, like if we wanted to get a commentator from like a bigger YouTuber, I swear I feel like Nelson would do it because he's like surprisingly big, but like surprisingly quiet, you know? Like he seems like a pretty humble, nice guy. Wouldn't be like asking, like if we were to ask the Chess Bras, for example, they have actually fewer subscribers, but like no way, right? It's like those guys are so busy. And it's funny too, Eric hasn't been playing at all. I don't know does anyone know what's happening with Eric Hansen? Because he hasn't been playing anything in the last 3 months. If you go to his chess.com account, I was checking out the other day, he hasn't played any blitz and only a very little bullet. Nothing in the last like month though. Oh man, did I miss night before? Here, because of takes, check. Night before. It hits, well, hold on. Here it's hitting the rook. Of course he doesn't need to take, probably wouldn't take. Here takes. You mean like maybe there wouldn't work, right? Did they miss it? I mean, because here if he takes, I take with check. Hang on a sec. I feel like we're winning now. Here, of course, he's going to take, but that would lose on the spot. The queen takes. We'll check. Am I missing something here? 94. Like, what else can he play? You know, he's got to move something. Best move is probably just rook takes. No, it's not actually. What am I talking about? Here, takes. Let's not, unless I'm missing something, but I just don't think so. There's no checks. Oh, if he doesn't take, I have a royal fork. I'll take a look at that at the analysis afterwards. Yeah. Surprised that my opponent missed this. They took a lot of time to calculate here. Maybe they did see it and there was just nothing really to do. Ow, mother. Cool. Okay, well, let's take the exchange, I guess. Oh, the respect resignation. I respect people who do that because I don't do that. I appreciate it. I would not have resigned there at all. Totally playable, I think. In fact, white might have even still, it might have even been even. Alrighty, let's take a look at this. Okay, so I had 89% accuracy. Like, it's not like I'm playing bad chess, you know? My performance rating in this game was 2450. My opponent had 2100. They played with 81.5, so they had a couple blunders. I had one miss and 3 inaccuracies, and that's it. Apparently, actually, pretty clean game, but I need to go over these lines. Okay, Queen E7 is the best move. Bishop takes, best move is Queen takes, and then what is it? Just castles, really? Knight C6? Knight C6, they have to defend somehow. What? G3. So the best computer move is to sack the pawn back, but what happens when they try to hold on to it? Apparently it's not very good. Or it's not as good. I just castle. Rook D1. I would guess they'd still probably castle long. Rook E8. And then G3. Is there any way to hold on to this? No. So we could have won the pawn by force. Okay. That's how it goes. We just trade everything if they go into this line. Takes. Takes everything. Okay. Okay. Just check the engine. Knight b4 is correct. Only move that's winning. Interesting. Okay, so we're here. Still, the way that I went about it was okay. Like, even b6 apparently is best move. Castling was not, because I needed to go bishop b7 first. Castling long is also an inaccuracy, but only so much as I can punish it. a5 is meh. Where's the knight b4? Oh, yeah, knight b4. Oh, I see. I missed that it was also threatening the royal fork. Okay, I see. This is being hit. This is being threatened. Of course, if they take, I'm assuming we just go a takes. If queen takes, is it bishop takes or is it... Oh, no. Whoops. That's covered. Oh. Yeah, I missed knight b4. Yeah. All right. Bro, teach me the ways. 19.7 peak few months ago. What's your elo? No, 19.7 was just a couple days ago. Trying to reach 2,000. Teach you the ways. I am actually going to make a video. You know what? I have another video I'm making before that, but I'm going to make a video on just, you know, there's a billion of these on YouTube, like how to get to 1,500 elo, but maybe I'll just offer my own unique advice. But mostly it's like you need to follow the principles. Follow the principles, develop your pieces, maximum activity, you know, put your pieces on squares that have the maximum activity. Don't move the same piece twice in the opening, you know, attack, like move your pieces towards your opponent's side of the board, make forcing moves. There's so many different things, but flatlined at 1,600. Well, 1,600 definitely need to not be blundering as much anymore. So you really need to be spotting tactics as much as you can, like forks, skewers, pins, that kind of stuff. Not blunder those yourself. And then start to look into your end games, like start practicing your end games and and you can do it. Okay, one sec, guys. What? Um, my tips from getting to 1700 to 1900, it's the same tips pretty much as whoever asked how to get beyond 1600. Um, I would say because like the difference between a 1900 and a 1700, in my opinion, the big differences you start noticing is that, let me put it this way, a 1900 is more likely to be able to win and convert a game if you give them one or two pawns, right? A 1600, even a 1700, they might not have that conversion, that skill to be able to take an advantage, know that they're winning, and convert it. So I would really recommend working on your end games, recognizing an advantage when you have one. So, if your opponent has doubled pawns, if you've messed up their pawn structure, or if you have just like one or two more pawns than they do, and then, okay, how do you convert it now? Really work on your conversion, your advantage capitalization, which also means that you need to be playing clean openings. You need to try to gain the advantage in the opening. But definitely emphasis on end games would be my advice. Nothing crazy, but like you should know your pawn end games, triangulation, very important with the kings. Nothing too crazy with the end games. Just you want to know the really important, like some of the basic ideas and how to convert. Learn from players that are better than you. Yeah, there are plenty of content creators who basically offer free education. That's another one. So I actually had guys, and then I'm gonna take a break after this. By the way, everyone, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna eat some dinner and stuff, and then I will actually be. I'm gonna come back and stream. I want to keep playing, so I will be back. But um, the content creators, what was I gonna say? I had a national master and a coach come on make a video with me, and he multiple times really emphasized you like pouring over master games is how he phrased it. Like pour over master games, study people who are better than you, kind of like through osmosis, right? And it makes sense because actually, if you take what I mentioned in the video, was like, well, if you look at language learning, right? If you're a beginner learning a new language, it's really good to sometimes even practice with other non-native speakers because you're not scared and you can just get the wheel, spinning a little bit. Eventually, though, when you're like intermediate advanced, you need to learn from players who are better than you. You have to, or, fluent speakers, right? You need to practice and learn from them because if you're just spending your time speaking with people who still are making loads of mistakes in their language, whatever, same thing I think would go for chess, right? Like if you are a pretty strong player, intermediate, advanced, of course, recognize that the gap between you and, for example, like a candidate master or national master is unbelievably, it's enormous. So like, how can we fill in? What's the gap there? How can I, play more like them or even, I mean, grandmasters, I don't even like, I don't even get it. Like you see people play national masters and stuff like play really good, but then put them up against a grandmaster and they're going to get crushed most of the times. Not always, but anyways, yeah, learn from, study master games is always a really good idea. Learning from stronger players, and there's so much free content on YouTube. Naroditsky is such a good teacher. I started watching him a little bit less because he rarely plays the openings that I play. He does, but um, Daniel Naroditsky is an awesome teacher. I also like the Chess Bros. Actually, the Chess Bros have some really good, like for beginners. And after this rant, I'm going to take a break. But for beginners, honestly, one of my top recommendations is the Building Habits series on YouTube with Amon Hamilton. That is one of the best out there because it's just building the basic habits you need to be, rooks to open files, get your pieces out, but you see it in action over and over and over. And you learn a lot of traps. I got to like 15, 1600, partly because the openings I was playing, I knew them well and there were loads of traps and I won a lot of games in the first like 10 moves because my opponent blundered or fell into a trap. You can learn a lot of good traps like that too. Anyways, I'm going to take a break, guys. I'll stop the stream and I'll be back on in a little bit and continue the grind. So thanks for tuning in. If you guys are still around, I'll see you in a little bit. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be playing streamers. Viewers, sorry. I'll be playing viewers as well. So if anyone wants to play, we'll be doing a playing viewers night tomorrow. Yeah, building habits is awesome. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a little bit.